What's up, guys? Coach Matt and YouGoProBaseball.com here with Chris Marlowe, Light Tower Baseball in the house. And we're talking about kind of like the showcase process. You're going to talk a little bit about the high school age guys. I deal with 8 to 14 year olds. Actually, we go across the country and evaluate 8 to 14 year olds. You do a lot of guys in the high school age trying to get into college. What are some of the things you're hearing at the showcases and some of the misconceptions and some of the things you just want to talk about today?
Okay, so as an infielder, they're looking for certain things when they're trying to see if you can fit into their college program. Probably the most important thing is they're looking for athletes. So whether you're a second baseman, shortstop, third baseman, they're going to put you at shortstop. They want to see athletes. They want to see how you move. They'd rather take 2-3 shortstops on a team and take that second shortstop and pull them to third or pull them to second base instead of getting a guy who can just strictly play third base. So of course you're looking at footwork. They're looking to see if you're able to work through the baseball. They're seeing if you're getting past the line of the baseball or you're fielding the ball off your left side, keeping the momentum moving toward first base. Another thing they're looking for is your throwing velocity. Now, they don't want to see you pitching the ball across the infield, but they want to see a nice, short, compact arm action and good velocity on the throw. That's very important, especially if they want to bump you over to third base. Okay, you have to have the arm strength. So very important for infielders to also get involved in some type of velo program. It's not just for pitchers, but also position players too.
I mean, even at the youth level, that's exactly what we're doing. Same thing. Where all of our middle infielders are going to shortstop. We don't have anyone try out at second base. We put them all at shortstop, see what they can do. We're looking at their hands. We grade them on the 20-80 scale. So again, we go to 24 different locations across the country for USSSA All-American games. And that's what we're doing for our middle infielders. We also have corner infielders. We got some guys at first catching the throws. We're looking at their throwing velocity, their throwing accuracy, their athleticism. That's a big one that you mentioned too. You got to be an athlete. That's what we're looking for. You could be perfect. You could have the perfect fundamentals, mechanics, and then be real slow and chuck it over there, hit the guy first baseman right in the chest. But that's not going to get the job done. We want to see athletes. We want to see guys who are moving fast and fielding that ball, coming through that ball, making good, fast, accurate throws. You know, for the pitching perspective, because I was a pitcher, we also evaluate those young guys, 8 to 14 year olds, on 10 throws. They get up on the mound after they've warmed up, obviously. We're going to look at their pitching velocity, their pitching accuracy, their mechanics, how they're moving. Are they athletes? We can tell if pitchers are athletes as well. And we're going to evaluate them on those things. We're going to look at their off-speed pitches. We're going to just look at them as an overall pitcher to see how well they're going to translate as they get older in the game of baseball. So when those pitchers come up to you, what are some of the things that you're seeing in showcase evaluations?
Well, as a pitcher, it's very important, like he said, to develop a second pitch. You want to be able to control the fastball, move the fastball in and out, and also up and down, but also develop that second pitch. You've got to be able to spin it or at least have a good changeup, something that's going to throw the hitter's timing off, because at the end of the day, that's what we're trying to do as pitchers, is disrupt timing. Okay, so very important, develop that second pitch. I know, John, you have a ton of videos on sinkers, sliders, curveballs, throwing them the correct way. Now, major league pitchers, high-level college pitchers, you know, everybody's different. Some of them started throwing the curveball when they were 8, 9 years old. Some started throwing it when they were 13, 14. But eventually, you do have to learn it. There's a right way to throw it, and there's a wrong way to throw it. So, YouGoProBaseball, excellent source to learn how to throw the all-speed pitch the correct way.
Well, thank you for the plug, buddy. I appreciate it. But in all seriousness, one other big thing that I want to talk about is self-awareness, because something I see at all the ages, from 8 years old all the way through high school, even college ball and pro baseball, is having self-awareness, because there's so many guys I see at the showcases or they hit me up in the comment section. I want to play D1. Oh, okay, you're a pitcher? How fast do you throw? Well, I topped out at 78. You're probably not going to play Division I. And that's okay, as long as you know where you stand. You have to have that self-awareness and know where you're at, because if you have that self-awareness, then you can work to get to where you're trying to be. If you want to be a Division I player, that's great. It's great to have goals and aspirations, but you know you have to be real with yourself and tell yourself where you're at so that you can make those improvements and try to get better along the way. So the next time you go to the showcase, you can try to put up those D1 numbers or D2 or D3 or pro baseball numbers. It's just having that awareness within yourself and what you're currently doing and what you're trying to do, so you know that gap and you can close that gap over time, because nothing's easy. You got to put in the hard work. You got to work at it day in, day out. And that's all we're trying to do. You know, Chris and I and Cole, all we're trying to do is put out good information, because we just want you to be able to be the best that you can be when you're out there.
So another thing to me, which is the most important, is body language. Okay, from the minute you take the field, they're watching you. Okay, when you take the field, are you dragging your feet? Do you look like you want to be there? If you make a bad throw or you fumble a ball, do you hang your head? Does it affect you on the next ground ball? Baseball, you have to deal with a ton of adversity, so they want to see how you respond to that. How do you react? Okay, do you shut down? Okay, what's going to happen in a game? So they're looking at your body language to see how you compete on the field.
That's great. I totally agree, and that's a big part of it as well. Another thing we didn't really talk about too much is the hitting aspect. We're looking at hitting for power, hitting for average, overall swing. You know, at least the guys in our showcase are getting 10 balls, either front toss or overhand to them. If you're an outfielder, you're getting 6 throws. Catchers, looking at pop time, got to have good pop time. I mean, the common theme is be an athlete, be fast, whether it's foot speed, hand speed, swing speed, pitching speed, whatever it is, you got to be fast. You also want to be versatile. You also want to have good footwork. You know, again, that comes back to athleticism. You just want to be an athlete. You want to be out there hustling, working hard, have the self-awareness, go out there, ball out at your next showcase,
That's
man.
right.
That's what
That's
it's all
right.
about, right? Have that mindset like Chris was talking about, man. That's what it's all about. Hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to go check out Light Tower Baseball. Leave all the information down below, and we'll talk to you in the next video.